guys, welcome to day 24 of your 30-day challenge. I'm fired up today. Okay, so how many of you are praying to God that your story does not end here, right? How many of you are like, oh God, please let there be a sequel to my story. Please let there be another chapter at the end of this book. Please let there be a whole nother book or a whole nother series attached to the end of my story. Okay, raise your hand. Let me know in the comments below if this is you. Okay, one of the biggest things that I've come to embody is that your story doesn't end here. Okay, you guys know I've suffered with postpartum depression and anxiety, and I finally got to the point where I was like, this is not my story. This is not the end. I'm not going to live the rest of my life in depression, anxiety, and OCD. Like, I'm not doing this. So I mustered up the energy and courage to do it for my son, to become the best version of myself. And guess what I did? I fucking healed, right? I figured out I was in a narcissistic, abusive marriage. And I was like, no, my story does not end here. This is not okay. This is not the end of my story. This is not how my life is going to play out. And guess what I did? I left and I started my own life, right? My own independent life, the way I want to live it. I didn't get into a school that I was supposed to get into. And I was like, no, this is not the end of my story. I started my own business, right? I became a mom coach, right? So whatever's going on in your life, no matter how fucking bad, how traumatic, how traumatizing it is right now, whatever's going on in your life right now, this is not the end of your story. This is not the end of your story. There is another chapter. There's another book. In fact, there's a whole nother fucking series on the other side of this right now. So get this in your head. Put this in your head. This is not the end of my story. My story has another chapter. It has another book. Okay. And it's time that you start writing how that book is going to go, how that next chapter is going to go, how that next series is going to go. So let's fucking start today. This is one of my favorite exercises. I'm fired up because I just did this in the car on the ride here. And it reminds me of how much I love this exercise. So first things first is you can just start with your next chapter. Okay. You can start with the next 6 months. You can start with the next year. You can start with your next book, which is the next 5 years, right? Or 10 years is the next book. It doesn't matter where you start. All that matters is that you make a conscious effort. So right now I want you to close your eyes, and I really want you to take a moment and imagine if your entire life worked out exactly how you wanted it to, right? See everything in your life as perfection, right? It worked out exactly how you wanted and even better. So if that's that you start your own business, you become a singer, you're a writer, you got a better job, you got a better house, you got a car, you feel happier, you're following your intuition, you got psychic abilities, whatever it is, I just want you to take 2 full minutes to really see that. I'm going to stop talking in just a moment here. I want you to pull up pictures in your mind of your house, of your life, of how you feel in your life. What are you doing? Where are you? Who are you interacting with? Did you write a book? Did you start a business? Did you learn a new skill or talent? Are you more present? Are you spending more time with your family? Are you going on family vacations? What are you doing? I want you to take 2 full minutes and pull up each picture as if it's a movie, as if you are living in your dream life, or your future self is watching your future self's movie of your life. In fact, let's make this exercise even bigger. Jump really far in the future, okay? Like it's your last days on earth, okay? And I want you to look back on your life and see it as perfection, that everything you ever wanted in your life worked out. And watch the video. Now, as you watch your video, I want you to think, what if this did happen? How would you feel? If all of this, if this was the end of your life and all of this did happen, how would you feel? Feel the gratitude. Feel the tears of joy. You've lived the most amazing life. All of your dreams have come true. You've become the person that you always wanted to be. You've done all the things that you always wanted to do. And you did this. You did this. Nobody else. You did this. You created this life. You lived the most incredible life. Full of love, happiness, connection, joy, abundance, excitement, fun, magic, joy. Now I want you to play this movie again. And I want you to make each image even brighter and more colorful, more vibrant. And the feelings more intense. Now I want you to add a theme song to your story, to your life, to your movie. A song that inspires you, that is like this amazing song that just lights you up. And I want you to add it to this movie. That at the end, people are crying with joy and happiness, and they're like, this is the best movie I ever saw in my whole life. Something that inspires you and motivates you. It's okay if you can't think of a song right away. Now I want you to take your right hand, put it on your forehead, and take your left hand and put it on the back of your head. And I want you to squeeze your head together. Squeeze your hands to your head and say out loud, this is my story. This is my new life. This is my next chapter. This is my new life. This is my story. I am creating this right now. Keep your hands on your head. Keep saying, this is my story. This is my new life. This is my life. I am creating this right now. Good. Take your hands off your head. Bring your hands to heart center in prayer position and just be thankful for this amazing life that you've lived. Feel the utmost gratitude for this incredible experience that you had. Your whole life has been one beautiful, magical journey. You're so happy that your story didn't end here, that it continued and continued even better than you could have ever imagined. Namaste. You can wiggle your fingers, your toes, and open your eyes. How did that feel? Leave in the comments below. What was the song that came up? How did you feel knowing that this is now your new story? This is now your new story. This is your story. This is your next chapter. This is your next book, your next series. This is amazing. Okay, a little bit of homework for you. Number one, you can always come back to this exercise. I suggest you come back to it as often as humanly possible, all right? And number two, I want you to make a playlist or a song and attribute it to this story of your life, right? Okay, I can give you some, but I really want you to choose your own songs and playlists, and I want you to play the song, the actual song, and I want you to close your eyes as you play whatever song that you want your life to be like, that inspires you, motivates you, gets you hyped up to make changes and really go after your dreams and say, yes, anything is possible. I really want you to get hyped up as you listen to this song and really embody the feelings that you would feel as if it happens, right? And I know that sometimes it can be hard when we're like, oh, I've manifested X, Y, and Z. I mean, really take a second and be like, well, what if it did happen? How would I feel? What if it did work out? What if my life did work out like this? Like, how would I feel? How would I be? What would I be thinking? What are those thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are coming up? And play that song. And do this as often as you can. And let that movie, those pictures of your life that you saw in this meditation come up as you watch this movie, as you listen to this song. Let it light up. I started with one song and then I've added like 3, 4, 5 songs to my playlist. And so when I listen to these songs, I see the vision of my life. I see my life. I see it as if it's unfolding in front of me or it's unfolded in the past and I'm living it. I'm experiencing it. And I know that it's happening. The songs make it so real. You know that when you attribute a song to a vision, right? You can think of a song the first time you heard it, right? A song comes on the radio and you're like, oh, I love this song. This is from 8th grade and I was at this 8th grade dance and I was like, yeah, or my parents love this song. I remember dancing with my parents to this song or whatever, it was my first boyfriend song, the song entices a feeling, an emotion, and a memory. I want you to have the memory of your future life, right? I want you to see that life. I want you to be able to entice that change. So every time the song comes on, you get hyped up, you get excited, it motivates you, it inspires you to take action. You actually go out and do that, and you're creating this in your mind. So every time you do this exercise, every time you play a song, you're reinforcing those new neural pathways. You're reinforcing what your life is going to be, is right now, right? Your brain doesn't understand the future or the past. It thinks everything's happening right now. So every time that you do this exercise, every time that you listen to the song, it's going to tell your brain this is happening right now. So that what you're creating internally is going to happen externally. It's absolutely possible, and it's inevitable. It's inevitable. The more neural pathways you have, the more that you reinforce all of these pathways, these feelings, these thoughts, it's inevitable that it's going to end up in the outside world. So do this exercise. Let me know how you like this exercise in the comments below. Let me know what song you picked, and I will share mine in the comments below. You can always take mine. That's fine. They're amazing. And one more thing, if you have not seen The Greatest Showman, go and watch that movie right now. It will change your life, and maybe you'll grab some songs from there that will truly inspire you to make an amazing change in your life, and to really keep going with your manifestations, keep going with your brain training, keep going with living up to your highest potential. Take the steps every day. I promise you, your life will begin to change in magical ways, as mine has, and you can overcome anything. This is not the end of your story. It will continue, and it will be amazing. It's time that you start writing it. I'm sending you so much light and love. Until next time.